Okay,
Okay, what's going on?
let me
Let me
see.
s- Okay, now we're good. Okay, what's going on, Grand Rising? Today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. What we're looking at today is the futures market indices and the dollar index. Now, we already did take a CFD short to start this market. We do have long position buys that we've been going over as well. But to start this morning, I don't have a futures position, right? But I do have this CFD position on the short side, and if we can break this London low area, right, I'm going to cover some of that position that I already have. So pretty good situation already there. That's what we're going to be watching, and then we'll be watching the futures open to see if we get anything to maybe want to go higher after they capture this technical liquidity. Okay, so that's kind of my goal today. Kind of might just end up be managing that CFD, which would be really fun too. But let's go. Okay, so now we'll watch this area here. We've got about 1 minute before, right? So on a position like this, I would say on a CFD position, pre-New York like that, I was anticipating some profit taking at this point. So now you can really just go in and make sure and lock that trade off. There's no real reason to, I believe, to let that one go back to a loser at any cost. Okay, so 22 240s. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to be watching here. We've got about 30 seconds before that futures open. So that's where we're going to keep our focus here today. Um, like I said, we're looking pretty good on that position. And then those higher time frames look really, really good. And then we talked about in the mastermind these 4 hour plays really dripping. We also talked about how dollar could start to push up a little bit. Okay. So let's see how these the stocks open here. QQQ SPY gapped up, so take some talks here. Now you could see the rally, right? But we'll see. And there's that New York Open. Okay, so nothing for me here. This is kind of how New York opened yesterday, and then they ran the lows, and people get stuck playing this type of play. So I'm not like in any kind of rush, like I said, to do anything. Okay, still not seeing anything right now that's making me, we'll see here. Yeah, so like I said, we did have that gap up. You got QQQ, excuse me, ES is falling right now, and YM falling. So nice, really, really nice sell off. So we've got those locked on CFD. Um, and so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm watching right here. Watching this really tight. Personally, like I said, I'm not looking for a position, or excuse me, I am looking for something here on features and these daily open tabs possibly. So let me go ahead and make sure I'm paying myself accordingly. So as they tap into this daily stuff like this is when I like to look at that smaller time frame. But I'm not really, forcing anything here. But you start seeing the certain areas, right? 50-minute wickets, all that. So let me go ahead and make sure I got a little something off that other one. All right. Okay. So starting to see the balance right here. I usually would play this, but personally, I'm just kind of on my hands when it comes to futures because I have those shorts on CFD. So starting to really want to push there. I do kind of like that to attack those shorts, to be honest. But I'll wait and see. Let me see that 1 hour. We're getting that perfect 1 hour area that I like. So let me watch here. All right. Nice push away, from those areas. So I partialed down to those shorts as well. We were down in daily open. Not really seeing any strength on ES. All right, so let's see how this 5 minute reacts here. So that kind of shows me that they could move it up higher at this New York Open, and then we could attack the shorts from a little bit higher here. I like the 1 hour wickets as well, so trying to get that below those, I would say the 22 250s possibly, but I'd rather be a little bit deeper into this. All right, just watching that 1 hour, how we're playing inside that demand on the 22 240s, 250s here. So just got to see here. This area here with the risk at the body lows would be my attempt here. All right, I'm trying to see if we're going to rally back up into this no wick zone, right? The 22 280s and go above that 5 minute high here pretty quickly, right? Because a lot of shorts might start to cover like I did, right? And so that's where my mindset is. I covered shorts on that CFD, and I could think other people on a fast fall would do something similar. But we haven't had any 5 minute strength like that, so we might be on a tear, right? So we'll see here. Now, if we can turn up from 22 250 fairly quickly back into those 22 300s, that's going to be a pretty good day on that futures as well. But if not, then we'll just manage those CFDs to the downside to below 22,200 if it pushes that. Okay, so really watching this 5 minute here. Wanting to see how, we're not getting any strength in that candle yet. So it's a little aggressive here. And the stop loss placement could be better, I would say. You want it to be inside that LOD or inside that internal LOD on that 5, but because it could definitely reach internal here. All right, see how they're pushing that area, so they could definitely reach. And then, like I said, we do have those shorts. You don't have ES showing any signs of strength here for the 835. So, um, you know, it's tapping that market open and kind of showing respect, but it's not looking too strong on that 1 hour. No strength on ES. YM took those 1 hour lows, 44 fives that we talked about. So now they're at market open on ES and not showing respect, so they're probably going to reach here. So they did. They reached here. So it is what it is, right? But I still like this area, to be honest, right? I need to see a 5 minute signal more before I would want to do it. Now on our shorts, we look really, really good. Let's see here. I like this area though, guys. Put it right here. Make it very tight here. Don't need anything crazy. All right. So wanting to see if this is that midi area, framing it off this candle, right? Now you could use the 5 minute low just to be safe, right? Like right here. That 1 minute low. Now, if you get that mitigation and price goes and rallies, right? Technicals, this would still work out. But if it doesn't, then I won't take another shot at it. I just would wait because it'll probably present something better in the day. And I would need more of a good 5 minute play to play it. But I like that daily open tap. Like when it taps it and doesn't continue to go lower, then you have that 1 hour looking left 50% area here at market open. So it's kind of like we'll see. So kind of seeing a response off market open on ES here is pretty interesting, right? Okay, so let's see what we get here. I like the 1 hour wickage potential, right, at that market open. So we could get a slight pop there in that 4 hour 50% play too. So either it'll slight pop here or it's just going to go lower for the day, I would think. But I think that a lot of people in that breakout, they tried to sell the breakout on the fast move down, and I think they're going to clean them up to 22,300s here. So you'd want to see this 5 minute candle starting to turn up if it was going to go bullish, because if not, they're going to keep running the lows until you get that turn of the dial on that 5 minute candle. But let's see here. Start to get that 1 hour and 15 minute wickage. That would be a good sign. And so we'll see here. Okay, so still watching this area here. I would personally like to see a 5 minute candle closing above 22,250, and this to continue to wick away and eat its tail away from daily open if it's going to retrace some of those shorts. If not, then we're going to see it kind of topple over here, and that'll be it for me on futures, and I'll just let those CFDs rally. ES looks weak on that 1 hour, to take those yesterday's lows, which I think they didn't dip into it yet. No. So, like I said, a 5 minute close back above 22,250 or even above market open, I would think would be a pretty good sign of strength. And then a 1 minute shift in price delivery back above New York open would kind of give me the signs that we're going to push those 300s and the 95s. So let's see if this can turn up here. Like I said, what I'd be looking for at minimum is, when you look at the HOD to your current low, right, of the day, which would be here. I'd be looking for at least something above this 50. So the price is getting back above the New York and closing would show me signs that I could probably make this trade up to 22,300 potential. But I would love to see the candles closing strong here on the 5 and this 1 minute be a legit mitigation candle, right? That we can be playing basically to the future here. So you want to see it stay strong in this candle. And then technicals line graph, you want to see it go higher than there, right? Higher than that level I just showed right here. So that's where my eyes are focused. But we're not getting those 5 minute prices that I like to see personally inside that area. So it's like, would love to see prices back above 22,250s here. Even though I have the shorts, I know it's kind of like, but for the futures position. So, because we're doing pretty good on those CFDs. So they're not showing any signs of strength above that 22,250. So it's just making it difficult right here. And we don't really have the 5 minute signal yet. So that's what's, we're kind of getting loose here. Now, if this 5 minute can start to wick away in the 15, we might see it turn up, right, at the low end of the day, or the low end of this range right here. But we'll see. ES 15 and 5 still at market open, but not showing any 5 minute signs of strength at that open. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for me on futures today. But for our CFD shorts, I mean, it's going really good. I think they're kind of just, well, we'll see here. They're kind of still flushing the area, so we'll see if we end up getting that 5 minute area. Because I wouldn't mind attempting it one more time. It just depends on where it's going to be here. Let me look really quick. That's right where the area is that I want to see too. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I guess I can attempt it one last time today, potentially here, but we'll see. If they go and they swipe this low, I'll be good because I'll be grateful for those CFD shorts completely. All right, so no 5 minute sign as of right now. We'll see. Mhm. Still just kind of pushing that price out, right? Pushing it out, pushing it out. I mean, that's just massive capitulation. Let's go. Now, as price gets close to lows and highs, that's when, they like to manipulate the most. So as we get close to this previous day low, if we can swipe that, we can do a draw on that liquidity. I may be looking to for sure look for that then. But I need something on this 5 minute right now that can give me a little bit more clarity. That draw on liquidity might be what we need. Oh my goodness, let me write this down. Literally just did it 8:46. Perfect timing, right? The macro, like we talk about, first 15, last 15. So okay, so now we have that draw on liquidity at the key level that I anticipated, right? If you have those CFD shorts, you could be partialing down or trailing your risk down just to secure the bag. And then when it comes to this futures position, like I said, I may look for one other position, but I'm right there on the threshold of my personal loss limit that I have for myself. So. Mhm. Now, there's no way I think to have that trade unless you had the pre-New York. All right, so now that we're starting to really sink, I'll just be patient here on futures. Okay. Nothing to really go too crazy about. We trailed all of our risk up on CFDs, so we're looking pretty good there. Yeah, we got the sweet short on this. It's cool. I'd love to see when these shorts start to cover though, just a small bounce to recur, to see if we're going to, pop back into these areas. So I'm gonna be locked in right here, really seeing this. I want to play under this area for sure, but I want to see some signs of strength here. All right, I want to see a, engulfing next candle type entry under the previous day lows. It says highs, but it should say lows. Sorry, y'all. Now they did take that price on ES as well, so it's gonna be locked in right here. Okay, so let's see if this candle can close bullish on that far right side, and if it does, then I can start to frame up that area potentially. We'll see. I'd like to see it close out of the area with some strength, but like, 'cause I really want to see the 1 hour wickage, 15-minute wickage, 5-minute wickage, and I have that 1 minute mitigation. So it's just now you really need like the wickage and the dump candle. This is essentially the dump candle because it took out traders. So it could be in actually, getting in here, but we'll see. I'd like to see a little bit more strength first. And those 4 hours look really good to fall to those areas we talked about too, potentially. So, but once they have to draw on liquidity, we can be locked in. Yep. So see, there's no 5 minute right now, so that's what's making me, see those shorts to continue as well. So it's like if we just continue down, I need to wait until I get that 5 minute signal. Otherwise, I mean, we're gonna just rally out those shorts, and it'll be a great day. I have trailed some of the risk down, just on those CFDs. So just watch these 5 minutes under this, like I said, previous day low. Make sure I mark it the right way here. All right, and people sell that breakout right when it fell. So let's really watch and lock in here. Yes, 15 and 5 still showing weakness, but we're still just like at that market open. That 1 hour looks like 6,120s possibly. All right, that's a little better. Now let's see if they can, pull back and give us an area. I'll place my risk in those 22,165s. Um, right here is the area. So this will be my last futures trade today, just to try this area here. Um, and we shall see. All right, because we did have the draw on liquidity, and now we have the internal being New York Open players. So that's kind of like if I can get back to there, I for sure secure a profit and like a small profit on the day, and I take away that loss. Right. And manage my CFDs a little bit too. All right. So I've trailed one of my, like I had it broken into two pieces. So I've trailed some of it down the New York Open. All right. One's break even and the rest is trailed down. So we're attacking those New York players again, like yesterday, I think. Hopefully, because this will be my last trade today on futures at least. Okay. And so we want to get back above that New York. We want to get back above um, that wick right above New York. So that'll be great. Good response. Now I just want to see that 5 minute close as a bullish candle, maybe a slight pullback on the next 5 minute candle. And then if it's going to be bullish, it'll continue up to those New York Open traders. So what I would anticipate, right? Why I'm anticipating the buys here is that when that technical gets taken, people sell the breakout, and the people who have shorts, for them to make money, they have to cover, they have to put a buy position in. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at this on a higher time frame here, this one. I'm gonna hold this in case of okay, so now what I'm looking for is that push above daily, right? And then I'll start to condense this down to like right here. But right now I'm still, wanting to use this 5 minute, 15 minute area in alignment. I can really push it closer here. But that 5 minute low. Like I said, a rally back above 22,000 to 22,250 would be a 50 handle from just there. So that would be really good. You should, you get that first candle, you could get a slight pullback, but I think that the New York Open traders, just like yesterday, except the difference was yesterday is we waited on the draw on liquidity, right? That was the difference yesterday. So sometimes if this does end up playing out, sometimes you have to take a loss to be a boss. And then here's the other thing. Starting to see ES start to form up on that 15.5 that market open, so at point of interest. So pretty good signs there. So we can continue up, like I said, fairly quickly to attack the shorts at New York. Like they start to cover, right? Like they're like, oh shit, it's going back up. I need to get a profit. Buy orders will start to fill, I would think, up to the 22,270s. Okay, so you should that's the first 5 minute candle good. The second one you should see a slight pullback, and then it can go continue to go. Kind of like test people to see if they're really worthy about holding a trade like that. Okay, fam, this is looking like a bounce back, right? We took a L. Looks like we're to start this. I had two L's, so you guys can see them. This is my XFA account, so it's not like it's playing around or a combine or eval. So like I said, you're gonna take losses. It is what it is. I'm gonna check this really quick here. Okay, and I've closed those down pretty good. Let's see where we're looking like today now with that loss. Okay, So would love to see that 5-minute price continue up here. Okay. Wanting to see if this price can continue up. Like I said, if I start to realize this is the 5-minute dump candle, so 15-minute wick, 5-minute dump, then I'd love to see, like I said, a 71% retracement back up, or at least a 50, all right, or at least enough to attack these New York shorts. Mhm. Okay, starting to push into those areas that we like. Really quick, just want to update this really fast. So I did partial some of this down once we took and captured the liquidity, trailed the rest of the risk to basically here, which is what we're attacking on New York or on futures. Now, if you have those buys, right, that we have from, if I was to go and look at this from like a 1 hour, right, if you have any of these buys from here or here, I, basically had moved a lot of my risk up to here and to partial. So just make sure you're partialing some of your moves, basically, is all I'm trying to say, essentially. Okay, so as we get to this daily open, if price cannot push higher, it might start to respect that area, right? That's what you've got to anticipate stuff like this. So me personally, like I said, I will have the risk on board 165. So let me see where the entry is. Yeah, so that's about exactly the number of what I'd be willing to risk. ES isn't showing me the signs that I like to see, to be honest. 15 and 5. But because we have this draw on liquidity here is the only reason I really like this 5-minute area on NQ to at least get back, like I said, above market open potential. But we'll see. I'd like to see ES start to get strong above 6,138 on that market open price because it'd be a little bit more promising on that end, I would say. So would love, like I said, we'll see how this 5-minute closes here in about what 4 minutes. So quite some time. But if it pushes down in the first candle, it's okay. I've seen this happen. And usually I like to enter in this candle. So, but they're not showing the signs at the daily open, which is usually, a sign of weakness that they could fall, push the price lower if they wanted to. So let's see if this is the area. Like I said, if it's not, it's not. We haven't really gotten anything on that. We took that 1 hour low and we just kind of kept going. So just gotta let it do what it does. I've got the numbers there. I mean, it just is what it is. Could have done a lot better on my entries there today. So that's it for me on futures right there today. But CFDs, I mean, obviously we're doing really well. It's just, first I would say I should have waited for that draw on liquidity, and then number two, just attempting inside the fall, which is a mistake that I don't like to make. But it is what it is. I mean, we've had like 14 days of wins, so it was about time that we had at least at least one of our days of losses on the futures account. But when you go back to that CFD, guys, pretty much now, if you partialed at the structure break, at this point, I mean, all I'm really doing is waiting on, this to be that higher time frame area. We've partialed down all of our buys, pretty good amounts. So we have some runners, but nothing too crazy. So with that being said, that'll be the end of the stream for today, just because, like I said, that will be it for here. We'll be back again tomorrow, though, for the live session, and we'll see what we get.